You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Developing now in the district, an apartment building with senior residents burst into flames earlier today, sending 2 people and a firefighter to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. DC News Now's Randy Bass is at the apartment off of M Street where it happened. And Randy, DC Fire and EMS say that the fire is now under control.
Yeah, Mark, when fire crews got here this morning, they found a fire on the 8th floor of this senior apartment building in Northwest known as the Claridge Towers. I want to give you a look at this scene right now. Fire crews still here investigating at this hour. Their first priority when they got here today, making sure everyone inside could get out quickly. We know 1 person is dead, 3 more are injured and were taken to hospitals. 1 firefighter inside put out a mayday call. Acting Fire Chief Andre Edwards says that firefighter is okay, but was also taken to a hospital for evaluation. Right now, no word on what may have caused this fire. That's all still under investigation right now. Fire crews worked to go through each apartment, checking on people, some of whom have mobility issues and needed additional help to evacuate. Some of those seniors living in this building had to be evacuated through windows and onto ladder and tower trucks. During those search efforts, firefighters reported smoke throughout the upper floors of the 10-story building. Neighbors we talked to are still shaken up after what happened.
I ran back in the building and got everybody off the 7th, 8th, and 9th floor. The ones that I couldn't help. It's a scary thing. It's a very scary thing for people. This is a tragedy to me.
Right now, it's not completely clear just how many people needed to be evacuated from the building. DC's Department of Aging and Community Living is on site helping people to reunite with their families. They say some of the people inside who had to be evacuated may have left their phones inside and may not be able to get in touch with family members. Again, no word right now on what may have caused this fire. That is still under investigation. The story is developing. We'll bring you new details as we get them. Live in Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Also in the district, another fire sent a man to be medevaced to an area trauma center with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. It happened at the kiosk at the Lincoln Memorial earlier today. DC Fire says the cause of the fire was accidental. All right, meteorologist Damon Matson has his latest check on the forecast. And Damon, earlier this morning, I heard the rain coming down, but seems like it's hopefully heading out of here soon.
Yeah, we're slowly starting to see things dry out as we go here into the afternoon. We have those soggy conditions lingering, especially along and east of I-95. But for some parts of the region, it's been dry since last evening. Here's that clear divide. If we take a look at those rainfall totals here over the last 2 days, mostly yesterday and into last night's when we picked up this rainfall. Look at those totals. Around 3/4 to an inch of rain fell in D.C. down toward Fredericksburg, and then all across southern Maryland. You have those higher rainfall totals because it stayed soggy overnight. But then as you look back to the west, places like Frederick, Martinsburg, Cumberland, barely any rainfall as most of this wet weather has been staying along the coastline where a frontal boundary continues to linger. There's the rain out toward the eastern shore. We've had some showers in St. Mary's, Calvert counties, but aside from that, things have been drying out closer to the district, the I-95 corridor, and certainly back to the west across the Shenandoah Valley. And there it is. That rain is just continuing right there along the Atlantic coastline, but it is pushing to the east every passing hour here. So we will continue to see dry conditions for the most part, but we can't rule out some light drizzle, potentially an isolated shower mixed in out there, especially east of I-95. And these clouds, they're going to be stubborn as we go through the afternoon, keeping temperatures a little bit on the cool side. But things are set to clear out tonight. And as we clear things out, are we expecting some blustery winds to make a return? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. We continue to follow the latest on the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore. Maryland flags flying at half-staff to honor the victims of the bridge collapse. Yesterday, divers have found 2 victims. They're identified as 35-year-old Alejandro Hernandez of Baltimore and 26-year-old Daniel Castillo Cabrera of Dundalk. Now, 4 other construction workers are still missing and presumed dead. New this afternoon, Maryland Governor Wes Moore spoke ahead of Orioles opening day. Governor says that leaders are right now working the continued recovery efforts, along with meeting with state and federal officials on how to rebuild. He says it's going to be a long road ahead, but it's with the help of partners that will help get everything done.
Baltimore stands strong. Baltimore stands tough. And Baltimore plans on seeing it through. So we are all here for opening day. We're all here for an exciting new chapter. But we also know that in this moment, we are going to move in partnership because together, again, we are going to have another reopening day. And that will be the reopening of the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
And DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay joins us with an update from Baltimore.
Yeah, it's been a devastating past few days since this bridge collapsed, especially for the families impacted by this tragic incident. Now, although they did find the bodies of some of the workers, officials say this is now a salvage mission. Police found the bodies of 35-year-old Alejandro Hernandez Fuentes, who lived in Baltimore and was from Mexico, and 26-year-old Dorin Rania Castillo Cabrera, who's from Guatemala and lived in Dundalk, Maryland. Now, these men were a part of a work crew of 8 working to fix the potholes on the bridge. Many of them were actually in their cars taking a break when the ship hit the bridge, causing it to collapse. 38-year-old Maynor Yasir Suazo Sandoval was also believed to be one of the workers on the bridge. His brother in Honduras says he was working hard in America to provide for their family.
So to have more income, he got a job at this company. We are notified that at 1:29 a.m. Maryland time, there had been an accident where a ship had collided with the bridge, and my brother was working there.
Now, Maryland State Police says they believe the bodies and trucks of some of the workers are stuck within the bridge's wreckage, and they've transitioned from recovery operation to salvage efforts.
Divers are no longer able to safely navigate or operate around that.
So far, the investigation revealed the cargo ship did lose power, and it was reported right before the crash. Everything happened in a matter of seconds. Officials were able to close off traffic to the bridge, but it was not enough time to warn the 8 construction workers. And now the National Transportation Safety Board is working to continue their investigation.
We are focused on obtaining information, getting the perishable evidence, conducting the interviews.
Now, out of the 8 workers that were on that bridge, 2 of them did survive. We'll continue to bring you the latest on this bridge collapse. For now, reporting in Baltimore, Maryland, I'm Jean-Marie Sissay, DC News Now.
Jean-Marie, thank you. And for around-the-clock coverage on the Key Bridge collapse and its impacts, visit DCNewsNow.com. Well, it's Orioles opening day today, and you're taking a live look at Orioles Park at Camden Yards. Now, we're at the news conference that just wrapped up a short time ago, and Orioles reiterating that the sale of the Baltimore Orioles is now official. And Major League Baseball approving the team's purchase by Baltimore native David Rubenstein. The Angelos family owned the Orioles for the last 31 years. Peter Angelos bought the team for $173 million back in 1993. He sold the team to Rubenstein for $1.7 billion. The agreement was reached in January, but still needed approval from 3/4 of the MLB owners. Owners unanimously approved the sale.
I hope what can happen is that the Orioles can, by winning, by unifying the city, by recovering the kind of greatness that it had in 1966 or 70 or 73, we can win a World Series again. But to do that, it's not easy, and it requires everybody to pull together.
Well, the Orioles start their new chapter tonight for opening day, and they take on the Los Angeles Angels at Camden Yards. That's 3:05 first pitch, and stay tuned for a live report from Game Night's Alex Flum at Oriole Park at Camden Yards at 12:45, and we're going to have more on the Orioles' big day throughout the day. Meanwhile, the Monumental move is a no-go. The $2 billion deal to move the Washington Capitals and the Washington Wizards to Alexandria is officially off the table. Alexandria says it's done negotiating almost immediately after the team's owner agreed to a new deal. This time with the district to keep the teams at Capital One Arena for the next 25 years. Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcella has the latest.
Two handshake agreements just 4 months apart, one signaling the end of the other. The excitement in Alexandria back in December when the city's mayor, Virginia's governor, and the Caps and Wizards owner all celebrated this vision, it's over.
We are the home, the current home, and the future home of the Washington Capitals and Washington Wizards.
That excitement is now on the other side of the Potomac River. D.C. leaders celebrating an agreement to give Monumental Sports more than $500 million in funding to modernize Capital One Arena and a new lease that ensures the hoops and hockey teams will stay here through 2050.
D.C. did everything right from December on. And when I looked at the other side of the board, some of them weren't scoring as high, and they weren't together.
We are disappointed that this proposal was not able to be thoughtfully considered on its merits and instead got caught up in partisan warfare in Richmond.
In Alexandria, Mayor Justin Wilson releasing a video statement with some criticism, but also a pivot toward new opportunities for the growing Potomac Yard area, while Governor Glenn Youngkin blamed lawmakers, saying this should have been our deal and our opportunity. But no, personal and political agendas drove away a deal with no upfront general fund money and no tax increases. Some Virginia Democrats have pushed back and blamed Youngkin for the deal falling through, but the deal in Virginia was controversial from the start, with opposition rallies from day one, and tonight they tell us they are declaring victory. Reporting for DC News Now, I'm Max Marcella.
All right, Max, thank you. With Easter around the corner, grocery prices are on the rise. The latest consumer price index shows that eggs, chicken, beef, and other livestock goods jumping in price in the past few weeks. And they found that eggs rose more than 5% from January to February, and farmers weighing in on what could be the cause of prices soaring.
Fence post, fencing, feed, fertilized, fuel, all that stuff goes up, and they've got to compensate for it some way.
Richmond says that growing your own garden can help offset some of the grocery costs, and he says the prices will continue to rise unless the cost of upkeep for animals and crops goes down.